What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we got some news about the upcoming summon event for the weekend. So we're going to cover that in this video. So let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So yesterday we did have a video about a progressive event for the Faction Unity Champions, but this one was actually only for 24 hours. So I mistaken this for the event for the weekend initially, but this is just for 24 hours. We actually have another summoning progressive event that's going to be different for the weekend. So I'm going to put up the details here right now. So right above my head, we have the details for the summon rush for the weekend. We got the summon rush already showing up in the game. Yeah, this one's going to be for the fusion. It's going to be 72 hours long, and the progressive event will include the following. So let's start off with the non-voids here. We got Duchess leading the way. One of the best non-voids still in the game. She has the super awesome AoE damage mitigation here for her passive, protects your whole team. She has speed in all battles, great base stats. She has a team revive with the veil, continuous heal, very annoying, good protection. Block debuffs, increase attack, perfect veil, good for Chimera trials, good for Hydra, good for Arena, good for wave based content. Very, very strong champion still. She's going to be up for grabs for the 15x. After her, we have Elva Autumnborn from the Sylvan Watchers. You know, Elva, she was a guaranteed champion, one of the first guaranteed sacred champions way back. I don't remember, long time ago, maybe 3 years ago now at this point. But yeah, she's still super good. Good base speed, a little bit low for the HP for the support, but still very solid. She got 19% speed in all battles. She's got an A1 continuous heal. She's got the cleanse, cleanse block debuff, increased speed on a 3-turn cooldown, very strong ability, and a single target revive with increased defense, increased attack. Her passive also gives a bit of a passive heal and the veil, which can be very annoying. She's great for Chimera, but honestly, she can be used in any situation. She can be very good. For, I believe, inactive players, when they come back, they get an offer to buy her, I believe. So yeah, she is accessible, and I think most people will probably have access to her. Great champion overall. I still use mine quite a bit in my Chimera teams. After that, we have Freya. Freya is going to be up for grabs as well. Some pretty good champions so far. So we got Duchess, Elva, and now we have Freya. Freya came from the Deck of Fate. She was also part of the Asgardian Divide event that happened last year. Very good champion. I still see her quite often in Arena, actually. 110 base speed is very good. What's really good about her is that she has a 3-turn cleanse with a block debuff and a turn meter boost. The turn meter boost is very nice, so she can build her really fast as a turn meter booster. She also brings increased defense and a massive shield. It's really nice because increased defense boosts her shield up, so she does it in the same skill, and increased defense also increases her power, her damage. Her A1 is a small chance to provoke, but then she also activates it whenever the shield is removed by damage. And she can hit pretty hard, so you can build her to hit pretty hard as well, but she only really has one attack, just the A1. But yeah, it does occur quite frequently, especially if she has her shields up and then all the shields are being destroyed by damage. Then she's going to be hitting with the A1 quite often. Her passive also is very good as well. Her defense passively gets increased, and then she has this active effect where she can protect your ally with the highest crit damage from fatal damage, and then it gives them an extra instant turn. She has a really good kit and can be used in many different situations. Really strong champion here. Up next, we have Dune Herald Zaharis, also from the Barbarian faction here. Dune Herald Zaharis, good base stats overall. He has speed in all battles, 20% here. He's got an A1. He's got 100% chance to steal turn meter, and he has 100% chance to apply debuff spread after taking 2 random debuffs from a target and placing them on all enemies. This is on this is after being fully booked, of course. His A2 is actually the most interesting part about his kit. So on a 3-turn cooldown, he can target one enemy, steal all their buffs, and then buff spread all their buffs onto your own team. Then he places block buffs and block active skills on that one enemy. So basically you shut down one enemy and then you really enhance your own team. On a 3-turn cooldown, his A3 here places an intercept on an ally, and then also places block debuffs and increased speed on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. At the beginning of the round, he places increased accuracy on everybody for 3 turns. This is really nice. And he has a bit of a passive turn meter boost whenever debuffs are removed, expires, or duration decreases. Yeah, you know, this guy doesn't get a lot of love, but I feel like his kit kind of can be pretty useful. Like you can, you know, make him really fast. I think he's going to work as a very fast champion. So you build him out, you can put him, get him to go first even. Get him to boost, increase speed, so your champions goes faster, or you can get him into this situation where he comes in, steals a bunch of buffs, and then spreads it on your whole team. So I think there's a couple ways to use this guy. He could be interesting and annoying, potentially really strong and hard to deal with, but he doesn't really offer any kind of like crowd control. So, and in this case, he only really offers one singular target control. He does have a debuff spread here, so you could have the A2 go off with the block buff, block active, and then get in there with the A1 somehow and spread that, and that would kind of control the entire enemy team. The intercept here is actually really nice as well. I don't know, he seems pretty good. He seems pretty good, but yeah, you definitely don't see him too much. But I think he's pretty good. All right, let's move on. So we got Opartan, Clan Father, another barbarian here. He's right here. He got a bit more love after Chimera came into the picture. He pairs really well with Senna Amber Heart. They got some really good continuous heal synergies. So Opartan here, he's got an AoE. He's going to heal everybody under continuous heal by 30%. And then on his A3, he can do a remove block buff, remove heal reduction from all allies, then places 2 continuous heals and a block debuff for 2 turns. And his passive here, each time a continuous heal heals an ally, fills this champion's turn meter by 10%. So with Senna providing so much continuous heal and so much turn meter, he's going to get like a million turns. He can cycle back to his more continuous heals. Just a crazy cycle of stuff. But he's actually a really good healer as well. Definitely can support a lot of teams through content. So he's not a bad champion by himself, for sure. Up next, we have the Void Champions. So that was the non-Voids. We have the Void Champions now. First, we got Cifi, the Lost Bride. Cifi here from the Undead Hordes. Now, Cifi does bring quite a bit in her kit to a lot of areas in the game. She's got an A1, one of the best PvP A1s in the game. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit less good nowadays with Sheep being around, and also the Wand of Submission bouncing back the sleeps everywhere, but still ridiculously powerful. The fact that it cannot be resisted. She brings 3 buffs here and a turn meter boost on her A2. She brings a single target revive with boosted crit rate and attack on a 4-turn cooldown here. Has a good passive here that removes freeze and fear and a heal passively. Really strong base stats here. Very fast, 114 base speed. She pairs really well with Rotos. Personally, I feel she's been power crept a little bit in the game. This being on a 4-turn cooldown probably is correct in terms of overall value for what you're getting, but you know, obviously you want her to be, you know, OP. This should be a 3-turn cooldown probably, but I think she was nerfed from a 3-turn cooldown to a 4-turn cooldown now. Also, with the amount of buff strip champions available in the game nowadays, her buffs are kind of less relevant unless you have her in like protection, for example. So then you have a chance to protect those buffs. She's still super fast. She can be your turn meter booster, but she does only bring a very small turn meter boost with a 10% here. But the increased speed does help here as well. She really would benefit from a speed in all auras battle, but speed in all battles aura, but can't make her too powerful. Okay, so up next for the Voids, we go to the Orc faction here, and we got Warlord. I have both of these champions, Cifi and Warlord. Warlord carried my account a lot. When I picked him up, it was like the perfect time just before mythical champions started coming into the picture. Obviously, with mythicals, the lockout ability on his A3, which is his best ability, is a little bit, you know, less good, obviously. But the turn meter drop is still very powerful. It's one of the best lockout abilities in the game because you fully lock them out and then you drop the turn meter, which can be very crippling. He brings a little bit of sustain, so you can have longer fights with his A2. But yeah, personally, I don't use him too much in my live arena battles anymore. But I think if you don't have too many options, obviously he's still going to be incredibly strong, don't get me wrong. But there's definitely a little bit more options nowadays in terms of having like a control champion. And then lastly, we do have Raka Viletide, also from the Orcs. Now, this is an interesting situation. I have all three of these progressive event champions. So Raka Viletide, she's actually really, really good in all areas. She's not as, I guess, defense oriented as like Duchess, for example, because Duchess has the damage mitigation passive. She also has worse base stats than Duchess. She gives up about 3k HP. She gets extra attack, which is kind of not necessary. Her A1 does a little bit of a heal. Her A2 is really nice, increased attack with a shield and a cleanse on a 3-turn cooldown. This is really, really nice. And then she brings a team revive, placing a block debuffs. You can use the block debuffs without reviving anyone, which gives her a little bit of flexibility. Her passive gives you a little bit of turn meter boost, and then passively places continuous heals. So she can be a really strong support. She can be very good, obviously, again, wave-based content. You can use her in anywhere. She's actually found a spot in some Chimera teams because she does bring increased attack for one of the trials. She does bring shields. She does bring block debuffs and a cleanse and a revive, so you can use her to deal with the ram or the viper head. And yeah, speed in all battles gives her a little bit of flexibility as well. But anyways, guys, all these champions are going to be up for grabs on the progressive event for the weekend. We do have a couple epics also boosted here. None of these epics are going to be particularly sought after. I think maybe Maneater. If you guys are still looking for a clan boss team, Maneater can still build clan boss teams around him relatively easily. Otherwise, the other options aren't particularly exciting. Personally speaking, I think if you guys are not doing the fusion, you guys probably should sit on your shards a little bit here, unless maybe the summon rush reward structure gives you more reasons to pull. These are good champions, don't get me wrong. Like all the non-voids are very, very solid. Obviously all the voids are very solid, but could be a good time just to conserve some shards. I feel like next week we have a champion chase and likely another event in the early parts of the week. I'm inkling that it might be something like 2x primals. I'm hoping hopium, I guess, but we will see. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about these champions, what you guys think about the event. Are you guys planning to go for a fusion? I think I did a poll the other day and only about 16% of you guys are saying yes. Wide majority is saying no. If that's the case, enjoy your little break, work on those masteries, I guess, and save up some resources for the next event. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.